Well, welcome back to Schmattz Outdoors, everyone. We're just getting ready to go here for check day number 2. Boy, I tell you what, I don't think we can expect anything close to yesterday's results, but we're gonna go give it a go, check everything I got out. I think I'm right at the 80 sets out right now, with what I put out yesterday, or put out 2 days ago, checked yesterday, and then what I put out yesterday on my way home. I didn't add a lot of sets, but I added, I think 5 coyote sets, 6 coyote sets, and a couple raccoon sets yesterday. So I think, like I said, we're real close to 80 sets today. Nowhere as close to where I plan on being, but that's just where we're at. Again, we're gonna kind of see how the line goes. I mean, if we start with a day like yesterday, we probably will hold off adding sets to places that already have them. Where I added sets yesterday was kind of at the end of the line, where I kind of finished the day before, run out of daylight, and I extended the line rather than adding in the middle of the line. So that may be my thought process again today. We'll kind of see how the line's going, as I'm running here, to see whether or not we start adding some, filling in sets, more sets where I already have some, just in other spots. So the first probably 25 sets are probably real close to what I'm going to leave for the whole season. So it'd be after that I'll have an idea kind of whether or not I want to add more sets or not, I guess is what I'm getting at. So yeah, I'm tired, I'm a little sore. It took me quite a while, but I got all the animals put up. I got the skunks, sucked the essence out of them, got them rinsed in the peroxide and baking soda bath, dried off, and then everything, the rest of it all skinned, and then all that stuff froze. So we got a good start to filling up the fur freezer already, just in the first check. So yeah, and today I just been doing a little bit of kind of maintenance on my truck here. So I'm testing out using paper towels. So these are just, the small sheets of paper towels, but I found Brawny brand actually has them where they'll split in half again. So that's all that is. So all I do is just tear it on the perforation. I had run out of them yesterday, and then I'm also using muffin wrappers like normal. So I got my muffin wrappers. So if I'm at a location, muffin wrappers I'm putting on the south and east sets, and then the paper towels I'm putting on the north and west sets. So I'm kind of trying to gauge, well, is it hurting, helping, whatever. The paper towels are a lot easier to use than the muffin wrappers, but I do also have, several hundred of these muffin wrappers still because I have stocked up on them. So again, that's what I'm doing. So south and east are muffin wrappers. Paper towels are the north and west sets. And then if there's kind of a random set here or there, I just kind of make the judgment call. But I'd run out of the paper towels yesterday, so there's 20 squares in there. Filled up the peat moss jug, filled up my urine bottle. It was down to probably here or so, just from yesterday, so make sure it's good and full. And then I also filled up my cat food and corn mixture for raccoon sets. That one wasn't really empty, but it was down to, maybe this much left. But I've been hauling around a 5-gallon pail with extra in there. Well, I haven't even used one jug yet, to put out and maintain 40 sets. So I filled it up today, so I don't need to be hauling the 5-gallon pail around. I added a few things to my truck. I added a shovel. I haven't caught a badger yet. Probably just jinxed myself, but I haven't caught one yet. But that skunk I caught in my coyote set, he had done a heck of a job making a dirt pile. So having a shovel to level the dirt off Can I move it around without it? Yes, but a shovel speeds it up. I can level off a badger mound in 5 minutes rather than 20 minutes of me using my hands and feet trying to move the dirt around. So, like I said, I threw a little shovel in. Again, it doesn't take up much room in the back of my truck, just like a little 4-foot spade, you know, a square spade. And then I threw in some Z-caps. So in that yard where I had the 3 skunks yesterday, we're going to put Z-caps on all my dog proofs in that yard. I'm not feeding the rats. I'm just not doing it. I'm not messing with putting my golf balls back on every stinking day. So in that yard, we're going to swap out my golf balls for Z-caps. I don't know. I've never used them, so I don't know if that's going to hurt, you know, maybe the skunk catching, because I'm not sure if a skunk will get the Z-cap out of there, and then even raccoons, if the raccoon will be able to pull them out or not. So, and I don't know how I'm going to know, because like in that yard I caught 7 skunks last year, but I never did catch a raccoon in there. So if I put Z-caps on the day and never catch a raccoon, well, does that mean that they couldn't get them out, or does that mean there's no raccoons there to catch? So I don't know. I did catch a raccoon in my coyote set back behind there yesterday, so we're going to swap them out either way, because again, I'm not dinking around all season long putting golf balls back on every day and then rebaiting them and luring them. I use a homemade raccoon paste lure. I have a video of it on my channel. I just kind of put it on the top lip of my trap. Well, I think half the time that's why my golf ball's knocked off, because they come to eat that and then they knock the ball off. So on those sets, I'm using more liquid type lures. Some, I think it's Cavin's, but moonshine. I've been just dribbling a little of that around my trap. So I guess the rats can come and lick it up, but at least if it soaks into the leaves or whatever, there still might be a little scent left, as opposed to using my paste where they just eat the whole paste and then I got no scent at all. I do not and will not be putting that on my trap, ever. I don't spray my trap with fish oil. I don't put anywhere out. My paste bait is kind of like dough, essentially, is what it looks like. It dries up and then it'll fall right off. It does not stain the trap. It doesn't, you know, get my trap all sticky, all that. I do not want that. So like the moonshine and anything else I use, it's around my trap, not on the trap. You know, a lot of times if my trap is next to a little tree, I'll put the moonshine up on the tree, you know, up a little bit so the wind can catch it a little bit. But I'd rather have the tree be sticky and stinky than have it on my trap, because you never seem like you can get that scrubbed off at the end of the season. And I don't want to be dealing with sticky traps for the next 10 years. So in that yard, like I said, I'll be using like moonshine, or I have one other kind of experimental lure that I'm using. It's a bottom lure, but it's something else I'm trying. So we're going to be using those types of lures in that situation, just because I don't want to use my paste, and because they're going to steal it on the first night anyway. Other than that, like I said, I think we're about ready to go here. Like I said, I think I got my truck ready to go. I don't know that my body is ready to go right now. We're sore, shoulders are sore, my back of my legs and my butt are sore, you know, from leaning over doing coyote sets. So it's going to take a day or two to kind of get in the swing of things. But again, we're going to keep trying to add to the line today. If I have a day like yesterday, I don't really care whether I add to the line again or not. If I'm making that many catches with what I got out, it will slow down here in a day or two, and then I can start adding to the line again. But we're going to try to add as I can. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. I think that's all I got for you this morning. Let's get out on the line. All right, everyone, we're moving through the line. Haven't got too many traps checked yet. But I'm down here where I had traps set off yesterday without catches. I do have a catch here today, but we're going to kind of show you here. So what I have, there's actually like a drainage that just runs up the shoulder of this road, and then the main bottom of the draw right here, and then you got the big culvert going through here. So I got one dog proof right here, but you could see how much cut circle there is, but my trap is staked there. This is about as far out as my trap chain will go, and it goes, you can see kind of that circle. That's the distance that my trap chain can go. So if I had a catch here, they would be pulling from there out whatever length of their body is, you know, and the catch circle would be a foot or more bigger depending on the animal. So both of these traps were the same way. Like there just was no actual like catch circle. It was just like they were playing with my trap until they finally got all the bait out of it. Let's see here. Sorry, I'm picking up my pail and stuff because I do have a catch back here. If you know anything about my trap line and what I was just pointing with, you should have an idea. One thing too, so this little drainage, it splits. It goes that way and then it kind of goes up over this way. I couldn't see my set if I would have put it right there. So I went up here and this is where I normally have it. And actually, while I was remaking this set yesterday, I actually found 2 cable stakes still in the ground right here. But I already had found, you know, that was when I was remaking it yesterday. So, but as you could see, I hope you could see, yeah, right here, there is a skunk caught in my dog proof. So, again, right in the bottom of this washout, so it kind of goes right past him here. The main washout goes that way and then up to the culvert. And there is a little bit of one kind of goes this way. So I did is I sprayed fish oil up here onto the bank and then kind of over this way and then up and down the thing. Doesn't look like a huge skunk, but looks like he's got pretty decent stripes. He's not too much on edge yet. But you could see like how big the catch circle is. It's like another foot bigger, you know, from here way over to here than what that trap I just showed you was. And this one looked identical to the one behind me. You know, it's just like whatever was there, you know, or whatever happened there, it's like they just knocked my dog proof over and played around with them enough to steal my bait and then set the trap off. So I don't know if it was this guy or if it was a coon or what really would have done that, but it's just a weird thing that happened. I should have showed you yesterday, but like I said, they both looked identical to that one. Just the trap just laying there, wasn't like tight to the end of the chain or nothing, it just kind of laying there, and I don't know. So yeah, first catch of the day, a stinker. So we'll get him dispatched and out of here, and we'll get my set remade. We'll get moved on. Like I said, we're just getting going. I'm basically like one stop past where I had the double on raccoons yesterday. So we've only tracked 4 coyote sets, and now this will be the 4th and 5th raccoon set. So we're almost a 10th of the way through the line, but we'll get him out of here. We'll get moved on. We got plenty more to get checked and stuff to do. So so we're on check day 2, and I'm making this statement, it is just going to be one of those years. All right, so we're back by this barn again. There's a couple steel bins left in this yard. I got a couple coyote sets over here by these cottonwood trees, and then over here on the far line, fence line, I had a raccoon caught in a coyote set yesterday. In this set right here, I had a raccoon caught, and I think I mentioned that there's not the trails, other than there is one little faint trail going up into the corner of this building here, but otherwise the trails going in and out of this building, just, it didn't seem like there was much for trails. But we got ourselves the second stinker in the morning, and I'm literally at the next stop after I took care of the last one. So yeah. So in a spot I actually really had very, very low hopes. Oh boy. In case you were wondering, that's the loaded end right there that he was just aiming at me. He didn't spray at me or nothing, and the wind is blowing like this right now, so that's why I walked past him a little bit to get so I wasn't directly upwind of him. But I don't like that he's aiming the business end at me. But yeah, we got a pretty good sized skunk here. He's got pretty orangey stripes though, the way it looks compared to You know, like that one bigger one I had yesterday that had the best stripes, had the orangiest colored stripes. So he's got pretty good stripes on him. He's a good size skunk, bigger than the last one. So yeah, I wish I could get you a little better, but I know this one could be interesting getting him dispatched just the way he's acting. So yeah, he's got the loaded end. He's standing on guard. And me talking probably doesn't help that any, but you know, he's right here in case you were wondering. Yeah, big skunk, like I said, just a dog proof abandoned barn here. You know, over here there's some old straw bales and grass bales or hay bales, whatever, in here. I mean, there's always raccoon poop on them, but it's all usually older, dried up raccoon poop. You know, it could even be from like the year before, as far as I know. But yeah, the skunk, I don't even know if a skunk could get up in that side of it. They might be able to, but yeah, all right. So that makes 2 skunks for this morning so far. All right, we'll take him. Like I said, this is a nice big one. He's got nice stripes, and you know, it just takes a lot of time to process the skunk once I get home, I guess, is kind of the problem. You know, it took me 3.5 hours yesterday to get all that stuff skinned and processed. So, and I got probably 1.5 hours of that was just skunks. You know, by the time I extracted the essence, got them opened up, unloaded, because you know, you cut the glands and everything out of there, then you can skin them without any issue. By the time I do all that and then get them skinned, give them the peroxide bath, rinse them off the bed, you know, several times in clean water until they come out basically clean, you know, no more suds in there, and then dry them off some. It's a lot to process, but that's your guys' problem. We'll get him out of there. We'll keep moving. Like I said, we're just getting going on the line again this morning. So, all right, everyone, we're moving through the line, but this is going to slow me down here just a bit. We have, I think, let's see, since the last time I turned you on, I think I added, let's see, 2, 3, 4, just 4 coyote sets and 2 raccoon sets. Again, we got to get sets out. They ain't catching no fur sitting in the back of my truck, right? So we're going to keep adding. This might change up my plans a little bit for this afternoon, but we're going to keep going at it. It's actually fairly early right now. I mean, I'm probably 2 hours ahead of where I was yesterday, but I have a catch here. I showed you guys this yesterday, so I got a block of woods over here. They deer hunt. They want me staying away from that until after deer season. So I have 1 coyote set. This is the west line over here. I got 1 coyote set over here. Again, this line runs down and then over the hill. There's a bigger draw over that way. And then it runs down here, and then there's a couple bigger draws there. But with the cornfield right there, I'm wondering if that didn't attract this guy. So yesterday I had the first coyote I caught in this set. Today I got a great big raccoon, and he is big. I'm guessing a big male, because I don't think he has a tail, if I can get him to move. Oh, he does have a tail, I guess. All right. So back foot caught in my set here. He's been kind of rolling around in the grass ever since I pulled up. Well, now he's going to be aggressive to me. But yeah, he's creeping towards 25 pounder if I was going to guess. So yeah, big male raccoon in my coyote set here. Again, travel corridor, the wind was blowing northwest all night. Now it's switching, it's blowing, you know, from the camera to the raccoon here, but it's been blowing northwest all night, so the wind would have been, you know, coming this way, so the animals are going to run on this side. But yeah, we'll get this guy out of there. It's going to take me a minute to get this set remade, and then we got to go up there and we got to take care of some a problem up there too. So all right, we'll shut you guys off. We'll get this guy out of here and we'll get moved on. So this is kind of fun to pull up to. Oh, come on, there he goes. And there we are. The first double of the season. I would definitely have to say they are from the same litter. I would say they both are pups, are about the same size. And then they're both red colored. So the one I got yesterday down here in this set was real kind of dark looking. These two are red. So what I had here is a dirt hole set here, and I had a flat set over here. There was sort of a trail. I mean, it's not much, but kind of right back through here. And that's why I had my set here last year. And or 2 years ago, and I mentioned in yesterday's video, I think I caught like 4 coyotes in the one set I had here. So I thought, you know what, I'm gonna put a double set here. So they got like a field access road here, and then there's like a big drainage going here, and then kind of over by these 2 trees, there's another arm of this drainage, and then it all goes down into this bigger block of woods. So there's a lot going on right here. I mean, you have the grass edge here, you got the fence line going this way, you got a little drainage ditch behind us. There's just a lot going on right in this area that, you know, apparently is a good coyote spot. So yeah, like I said, this one here might be just a little bit bigger than this one, but could be the difference between like a male and a female, but they both look pretty well furred. I mean, other than they're red, but you know, I can't do anything about that. So yeah, first double of the season. I've been putting more doubles out than I ever have, you know, 2 sets in one spot. You know, honestly, like where I just had that raccoon, I actually considered dropping in a clean set there, but I knew I had these 2 already because I come driving through this little drainage this year. Other years I've been able to come in by that tree line and come down over here, and then I can see this one, the bino, is pretty easy. I can't see those 2 very well, so I end up driving most of the way down there anyway. But yeah, so I ended up coming up. Well, I couldn't see them, literally until I got right to the edge of the field, and then they bounced up. So kind of surprised me because I wasn't actually expecting I didn't figure I had anything, and then bingo, I got 2. So yeah, this is going to take me a hot minute to get both of these sets remade because they both are pretty well destroyed. So yeah, second day these sets have been here. These 2 sets, I had this flat set, the trap all placed, and I was just starting this one here, and it literally just downpoured. Like, I'm not even kidding. This whole area had standing water in it by the time it quit raining. And then I got back out here and finished making the one set, and then I bait and lured both of them. You know, so it's like kind of mudded them in, to be honest with you, and sure enough, I made some catches. So I actually figured maybe if we got closer to freezing, you know, like as we start getting below freezing temperatures, these 2 were going to be ones I was going to dig up to make sure that they weren't froze down. So, but I don't need to worry about that now. They're definitely not froze down. So give you a quick look at each one. So again, this one I think is a little bigger than the other one. I like how he's got his hackle and all of his back hair standing up. He's a little boisterous, which tells me that one might be a male. And then you got this littler one over here. Both front foot caught deep in my MB 550s. So yeah, all right. We'll get these 2 guys out of here and move on. So turned out to be a pretty good day on the line again. So 2 coyotes, 2 skunks, and a raccoon now. So, and 3 out of 4 traps at this location. So, well, I don't know if you can hear the mooing in the background, but it's a little on the annoying side. We are moving right through the line. I've added, let's see, I've checked 5 coyote sets and I added 2 more since I last turned you on. So again, we're filling in the line, making some progress. Yeah, we're gonna keep going. Like I said, now, I mean, we're getting more and more work to do all the time with making more catches, but we're gonna add one more set here for sure. I'd like to maybe add a second one, but that one's gonna be right out in the wide open wind. Well, I guess this one is a little too, but so I might hold off for one more day on that other set. We'll show you what we got going on. So this is that feed lot again. I had a Raccoon and a flat set over here yesterday. And then what I got is there's actually a big slough. I don't know if you guys could see it back there. So there's a big slough back over the hill here. And then they just have a strip of trees planted up here along the edge of it. This is bingo set. So normally this bigger tree, I usually have one set over there. And then I decided I've actually put my other set down that way a few times. And I've actually haven't had good luck with it going that way. And you can see this cornfield isn't worked other than just a little bit right here in the bottom. And I'm not sure if they're going to or not. So I wanted to get my set off of the edge. You know, so if they do work by here, because I can see them working up part of this empty dirt here, the open dirt, even though the corn stalks are way over here, I could see them working that far over. So I wanted to make sure my set was in there far enough that it wouldn't get hit. But over here, it looked like they might get hit, but I'm going to take the risk and I'm going to put in a pipe dream set over there. But right here, I just had a dirt hole set. And I would say I got my first adult coyote of the season. This one's a fair amount bigger than any of the rest of them I've caught so far. So yeah, it's kind of fun when you come around the corner of the building there past my truck. You know, I got to come around to see this set and to see the old coyote bouncing around kind of gets me excited every time. So yeah, third coyote of the day. We'll definitely take that. You know, you never know. Starting off the season with a bang, which is, you know, seemed like a little bit of a struggle last year. Kind of all around a struggle, you know, to make catches. So have 5 coyotes now in 2 days. I got 7 raccoons in 2 days. You know, that's a heck of a start to the season. I got 6 skunks as well, I guess. But yeah, we'll get this guy out of there. We're gonna make that queen set first before I get my gloves dirty messing with this coyote. So we'll put that set in, get it all completely finished, and then I'll come up here and remake this set. I'll get him taken care of first, and then I'll go make a set, remake a set, and we'll be on our way. Like I said, I think I'm gonna hold off with that other set today. It's getting late enough in the afternoon, and I want to add to the end of the line a little bit today too. So, and then we got some skinning to do again today. So, all right, like I said, we'll give you another look of him. He's been bouncing around, but now that I walked over here, he's been pretty chill. So, yeah, and had to chew on the tree. I guess I can't do nothing about that. Anyway, so yeah, I would say the first adult coyote of the season. He is deep in that MB 550. If you guys can see, I mean, he's well up. He's to the ankle. His paw is actually kinked like that, pushing on the pan. So it's the way a guy wants them. Last year a little bit, and then this year I didn't necessarily increase my pan tension, but any of them that were like iffy, you know, if they were right at 2 pounds, I bumped them up a little bit. I'm probably averaging closer to 3 pounds now, 3.5 pounds. I don't know if that's really helping me or not. I mean, 5 coyotes, they all been deep caught, but that raccoon I had was only caught by about half of his foot. So, you know, you just never know. I think it depends on just as much where their foot is on the trap when it goes off as it does, you know, how much pan tension you have. But all right, we'll get him out of here. We'll get a couple sets, set remade, and we'll be out of here. Well, it's things like this that just kill me on the trap line. I don't know. We'll quick show you what we got going on here. It's just frustrating to me that this happens. I know exactly what happened here. It happened here last year too, and I questioned and doubted myself, but there's no animal in that trap. You can see there's a heck of a catch circle here. This is the same location, so we got a slough here, and we got, it goes around the corner. We got a farm field here. They're actually finally harvesting these beans, which should help these sets. I had a couple pullouts early in the season in these sets, or in this set. It was over, it was like right up over here last year. The first go around, it actually was on this hump right here. There's kind of this greener spot. That's where it was at. And I thought maybe it was just how I had my trap set in there that I was getting the pullouts here. I was pretty confident it was raccoons that were getting out. The first time there was like a little pebble, like the size of a 1/4 inch in the jaw. So I kind of wondered if that didn't cause the first pullout there, but then it happened twice more in that same trap. So when I re-put the traps out, I actually put it right here. And that was the same rock I was using as a backer the last time too, or last year. But like I said, we had ourselves a pullout here. But this year I added a second set here. So last year I think I ended up catching 4 coyotes or 3 coyotes and a fox, something like that, in the one set. I was up there or here. So I thought, well, if I'm catching that many in this location, we're gonna put 2 sets. Well, at least I got one of the 2 today. Unfortunately, like I said, it'd have been cool to have a double, with a probably, I could almost guarantee a raccoon there and a raccoon over here. So this guy's back foot caught, which isn't ideal. He doesn't have near, no wonder this guy pulled out. You look at the catch circle and how much he's got tore up, and then this guy hardly has even the, the grass knocked down. So, but I don't know. I'm frustrated. Just frustrated, I guess, is all I can say. The fact that this happened last year in the same location. So I did actually add a dog proof. It's right over here. The ball was knocked off of it with no raccoon in it today. I thought maybe they were coming from down by this slough. So I figured, well, we'll try and put a dog proof here to maybe catch them before they plug up my coyote sets. But that didn't happen today. So I don't know. I'm still trying to figure out this place, why they're, the raccoons, if they're going, there is a slough up over the hill here, and obviously this one. So are they traveling from up here, coming down the fence line, going from one slough to the other? Were they out in this bean field over here? Again, it was like northwest wind, so it'd be blowing from my set out that direction, because again, I can't trap over there. So I got a skunk ear smelling lure on one of these 2, just to try and get my scent across, and then the other one was a little tamer set. So frustrated is all I can say. But we did get ourselves a nice big coon over here, so it's nice to have one, well, 2 for the day. Nice to get at least one of the 2 of them, but got some more work ahead of me here. That last coyote, I'm to the next spot after that coyote. I put in the queen set, that went okay, but then the coyote set was one of the ones that the Berkshire ended. The tip must have busted off of the stake when I was driving it. So there was like 8 inches of cable above the ground, but I got it buried under that trap. But not once you set that plate underneath there was like damn near a foot of cable there. And I just didn't like that. The coyote could have chewed on my cable and actually chewed it off. And then I couldn't get it to bury very good. So I ended up cutting the cable and pounding in a fresh stake in there, and I got it all the way down this time. So that took me quite a bit of extra time. This is going to take me some time. So I doubt we're going to be adding any more sets to the end of the line here, but we'll see. I got, 15 traps left to check, I think, or something close to that. So we'll see if I don't have any more catches or anything like this, things will go a little quicker. But frustration. Like I said, I hate to injure an animal. I hate to lose an animal when I go through all the work and I finally convince him to, get to my set or get caught in my set, and then for him not to be here when I get here, it hurts. It hurts quite a bit. All right, we'll get these remade and be on our way. So I'm hiding behind the truck a little bit just to get me out of the wind, not necessarily you guys, but it's chilly out here. The wind is picking up, and even though it's a southerly wind, which normally gets us warm, it seems like it's getting colder out here all the time. I may end up putting my stocking cap back on. I don't know how warm it got, but it was supposed to get close to 60 degrees. It does not feel like that happened, but we got another catch here for you guys. It's a little disappointing what I have in the set I have it in, but you know, another critter in the truck. So what we got, look at this way, we just got a drainage ditch, obviously alfalfa on this side. It kind of weaves its way all the way up close to that house and then back into these trees, this drainage ditch does. And then on this side of me, it goes and it kind of weaves its way over to the fence line over here, but it hits about way over here someplace. And then I just got like a land bridge going across so the farmer can get to this half of this field, you know, on the west side or east side of this drainage ditch. So I typically put 2 coyote sets. I got one on the corner over here, which is the southwest corner, one on the southeast corner. And you can see we got ourselves a nice raccoon. Not terribly big, but a decent raccoon. The problem I have with said raccoon is I purposely put a dog proof in the ditch right down here, and I put a dog proof in the ditch right down there to try and prevent this from happening, because about every other year I catch a raccoon in one of these 2 coyote sets over here. So this here was a big hump of dirt up, you know, so it actually made a real nice set there with a nice backing, and obviously it worked because we ended up with a raccoon in here. So 3rd raccoon of the day. I don't have that many sets left. I got like 10 sets left to check here, but definitely things are slowing me down here. It took me a bit to get those other 2 sets remade. The wind is not helping me. It's blowing my peat moss all over my face and everything else. So yeah, and it's late enough in the day, we won't be adding to the line today. It's going to be just checking what we got out and then getting to work. We got a heck of a bunch of work ahead of us again tonight. So, all right, we'll get Rocky out of here and set remade and get on our way. All right, guys, we made her home. It is just getting downright blustery out in the open. Remaking that last raccoon set was the last coyote set that I caught the last raccoon in. Man, it blew half of my peat moss away. I probably used at least twice what I normally would to make a set, because it literally was blowing it like 3 feet away from where I wanted it to go. I tried moving my body a little bit to block the wind, but then it just swirled it up right in my face, which is always nice. So yeah, I guess thoughts on the day. I did add, I think, 8 coyote sets and a couple raccoon sets, or 4, 6, 7 coyote sets and a raccoon set, I believe, or 2 raccoon sets. Yeah, we're getting close to 90 sets out. I checked probably, you know, like I said, close to 80. I don't know the exact number, but got 8 animals caught and 80 sets, 10% catch rate. I still think that's doing pretty darn good. So unfortunately we had the pull out again. And like I said, I'm pretty sure the one in a coyote set yesterday was probably a raccoon pulled out. There wasn't much of a tussle. There was just some blood on my trap, so I don't know. But, you know, a couple raccoons lost. One for sure, probably. Well, one for sure, probably, yeah. High probability of the lost a raccoon there, assuming I had a pair of them caught right next to each other. So I wanted to make the point, last year I caught 9 raccoons the entire season. I mean, I couldn't buy a raccoon, and then I lost a few last year as well, but I got 9 raccoons caught in 2 checks now, 6 yesterday and 3 more today. So, you know, we're already equaled last year's season total, and we're 2 checks in to, you know, 30 plus checks. So who knows what that number is going to look like at the end here. And it was cold last night, so when I got up it was only 31 degrees, and I think it cooled down another degree or two before I got going. Well, I was kind of getting my coyote bag freshened back up and all that. I think it cooled off a little bit again. So yeah, so it was cold overnight, or at least, you know, going into the morning it was cold. So a little surprised that the skunks and coons were moving around last night, but you know, I guess, like I said, maybe there's more of them around than a guy thinks, or than I thought there was going to be, and you know, that'll show up in the numbers at the end of the season here. So we're going to go through the catches real quick here, and then, like I said, we're going to start slicing and dicing. I was going to add a few more sets towards the end, or extend the end of the line a little bit, but man, like I said, you can't hardly make a coyote set right now with the wind blowing the way it is, and I got plenty of work ahead of me here anyway. So all right, we're going to start with the coyotes. So I got the pair of coyotes. I thought maybe like a male and a female, but they're actually both males. And actually all three of these are males. The two I had yesterday are both females, which is a kind of a rarity for me to catch females at the beginning of the season. But they look a little tussled just because, you know, the way they're laying in my truck. Like this one, he's got a couple burrs in his butt right there. But so yeah, I got these two kind of red colored ones. I mean, they just don't have the black tips. You see, like this guy here has, you know, black tips to the guard hair, and that's a typical coyote from my area. These two just don't have it, and they have red. You know, the end of their fur is red colored and not black. So yeah, I mean, their tails kind of show the black, even though they're, you know, got a bunch of burrs in there. But yeah, a pair I would say young ones for this year. A pair of pups again. These are probably a little bit bigger than the ones I caught yesterday. At least this one here. This is the bigger one of the two. This is the one I thought was a female, but. And then we got this guy here I caught back behind that feedlot. I would say that's an adult coyote. He's not a lot bigger in size, but he is some. He's quite a bit longer. He's probably 6 inches longer. It's hard to show it on camera, but he is bigger. Again, not by a lot. He's probably maybe 3-4 pounds heavier than this one, maybe 5-6 pounds heavier than this one. So if it is a pup, he's big. You know, just looking at like the size of his paws, you know, to me, like I said, everything about him says that it's an adult dog. Again, a male. Glad to have him. Like I said, there wasn't a lot of sign back there this year like there has been in other years, so that one's a little bit of a surprise. I mean, I expect to catch coyotes back there. That's why I put sets back there, but. And then I think back here, I think I got them in the order that I caught them, except for maybe the skunks. So I think this was the first skunk I caught down in the bottom of that drainage ditch. He dispatched real nicely. This guy here, this big one that he's bigger, he's got, again, the nicer stripes. He sprayed at me a couple times when I was trying to get him dispatched, but he's quite a bit bigger, fatter skunk than this one here. Caught in a dog proof again at a spot that there wasn't a lot of sign there, so I'm a little surprised that I made a catch. And then we got the 3 raccoons. This one here was caught in the coyote set, just back by where I caught these 2 redder colored coyotes. He's probably the biggest one of all 3. I mean, you can see those 2 are lined up about head to head, and this one here is, you know, this much longer than that one. So yeah, and this one here actually is kind of unique coloring for here. You know, you could kind of see he's, you know, I normally get more of a blacker looking or raccoon, you know, and like they go anywhere from a silvery colored one to more of a reddy colored orangey one like that one. But yeah, this guy here is just white. He's got light colored tail, you know, the whole works. He's probably the best raccoon color wise that I've caught all season. So. And then, yeah, and then we got the one I just caught. So this one was caught in the coyote set next to where I lost the other one. Just think maybe there was 2 that beautiful color. And then this is the last one I just caught by that little land bridge. So 3 raccoons, 3 coyotes caught in my coyote sets today. I don't want to be catching raccoons and skunks in the coyote sets just because it takes me so much longer to take care of them. I'd rather they be caught in dog proofs, especially 2 out of the 3 of those raccoons. I had a dog proof there, or at least one dog proof, as kind of a preventative set, hoping to catch them before they made it to my coyote set. And the third one, yeah, that was just, or the very first one I caught, so there's only just coyote sets back there. I didn't expect to catch raccoons back there, so yeah, we're having a heck of a start to the season. 5 coyotes, let's see, we're 9 raccoons and 6 skunks now, 6 skunks. That's a pretty decent number for 2 checks, I'll tell you. And again, not that I have a short line out, but I, got a decent line out, and I'm good, keep adding to it, so the catches should keep continuing at least for a few days here. I don't know, the wind is blowing pretty hard now. If it goes down a little overnight, maybe that'll, maybe not stunt the catches tomorrow, but all right, I think that's all I got for you guys. Like I said, heck of a season out there. We got a lot of work ahead of us again tonight. We'll see you guys out on the line tomorrow.